Hey there, nerds. Back with a little Flashback Friday with...
I'm James.
And I'm Jimmy. And this week we have, leading up to the only Marvel movie coming out this year, we already revisited Deadpool, so we watched Deadpool 2. And it's one of those ones where I know people are like, oh my God, it's like more of the same. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. I fucking love Deadpool. I love more of the same, and we get Domino and Cable.
This is one of the best examples of more of the same is good. We want more of the same because it's good in this case. This movie is just brilliant. It's Deadpool 2. It doesn't need to be anything more complex or like, let's blow the first one out of the water. It's just fun.
And I love how, once again, they set it up like the first one. It's like, this is a love story. It's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I guess it was. Well, this is a story about family. I'm like, really? What? I'm like, well, yeah.
No, I guess it is. And there are scenes where it does not pull its punches. Like, wow.
Right from the bat.
Ryan Reynolds is the master of understanding Deadpool at its core, because Deadpool is a character that is dumb as a bag of hammers. He can do the dumbest things imaginable, and then he'll turn around and be like the most heartfelt, endearing character, and it's like, what? Huh?
And I love in this one, Fox begrudgingly made the first one. They obviously did not want, but the trailer or whatever, the footage released and found out how popular it was. But this one, it's clear Fox was like, let's put some money behind it. Celine Dion made the fucking opening song and made it like a James Bond intro. Celine Dion. And I love the fact that Ryan Reynolds Canadian, Deadpool Canadian, Wade Wilson Canadian, Celine Dion Canadian. It's like, I love that. That's hilarious to me. And it just adds more to, holy crap, like one of the greatest singers of all time. I have no idea what Ryan Reynolds did to do that, but it's like brilliant, man.
I really hope he went to Celine Dion and was like, ma'am, would you please sing the opening song for this? She's like, oh, you're the Deadpool guy. I love Deadpool. And it's like, Celine Dion is a Deadpool fan?
But not only that, not as what was in the intro in the beginning, but then he's like, hit it, Dolly. And it's a Dolly Parton song. It's like, oh, awesome. Love it.
What?
I love the fact that Wade Wilson is listening to Dolly Parton. Awesome.
Know,
Thank you.
I mean, the fact that this is what I love about Deadpool is that the meta jokes he makes aren't in poor taste. There have been a lot of TV shows and a lot of movies that try to nail the meta aspect, and they look at Monty Python for it, and they misunderstand how Monty Python nailed it. Deadpool says, fuck Monty Python, we're going to do whatever we want. And it's perfect because it is so incredibly irreverent, and it's never overused. It's what makes these movies so brilliant.
And I like on this one is that we really established that Deadpool is not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's just kind of a guy that does what he feels is right.
He is.
I mean, we have Colossus there being the uber Boy Scout with like, we don't kill. And Deadpool's like, did you touch the boy? Boom, dead. And now he's going off and paying for his sins. And it's like, I think that's awesome because that is Deadpool.
Deadpool is such a compelling character. I am currently working on a video essay, being the massive intellectual I am. That's a complete lie. Don't believe anything you hear on the internet about why we are driven anti-heroes and villains. And that's what Wade Wilson is. He's an anti-hero. He doesn't give a crap. He does what he knows and feels is right because it's what he thinks. It's not anybody else's input. And it's why this story is so compelling, because you have Cable trying to kill a kid who becomes a genocidal maniac. And Wade is like, no, stop. We can fix this. When normally he'd just be like, okay. So it's like, well, it's so fascinating.
What I love is there's sex, violence, rock and roll, all that stuff.
Brad Pitt.
Once upon a time, Chase recently asked, what was the last movie you cried in? This might have been it. Because when he dies and Aha is playing the acoustic version, and it's like, oh my God. Like, how could this movie be so touching? And then he just gets pulled back in because Cable was like, put the coin in, man. I'm going to go back in time and fix this. Like, God damn it. How can this movie be so touching when it's just an action flick?
Like, you go from a beautiful moment of reconnection with someone Wade loves to a penis joke, and it's like,
yeah.
Huh?
Like, it runs the gamut of all emotions. And then we have a great movie, tells a great story. We get Juggernaut, which freaking hilarious. And the way they dispatch Juggernaut,
I think I
it's
just
like
came in my pants.
you can't get any better than that. Like shoving an electric cable up his ass and pushing him into a pool. It's like, all right, see you, dude. Hilarious.
And the fact that Deadpool's suit looks like the X-Force suit,
Oh, at the end,
and
yeah.
he makes a joke about it, it's like so brilliant.
I mean, I can't remember another time when they made Black Tom relevant. I love the jokes about Black Tom. You're racist. You killed Black Tom. And it's like hilarious.
You killed Black Tom. No.
Josh Brolin as Cable
Oh my gosh,
was
perfect.
inspiration. And there's not for sure he's in the new Deadpool, but there's a
I
wink
hope
wink
he is.
from Josh Brolin when he was doing interviews for Dune, the butthole movie, of him, whether he's going to be in it or not. And it's like, he's like, no, they haven't contacted me. Maybe. And it's like, God damn it, you've been hanging out with Ryan Reynolds too long.
I think he's been getting a little too frisky with that popcorn
But
bucket.
and Domino, I love Domino as a
So
character.
good.
Luck
So good.
is not a superpower.
Yes, it
Yet
is.
the whole time, everything she does has to do it. And they're ripping on Rob Liefeld again, which is awesome. Like, who does that? Who creates a character? It's like, yeah.
I love the deep cut with the superheroes they bring on for their like recruiting. They've
X-Force.
got Shatterstar, Zeitgeist, the Invisible Man, or Vanisher. Just the regular dude whose name I can't remember. Was
Rob Delaney,
Was it like Bob or something, or like
remember?
Dave? What
Yeah.
was his name?
But he's just a hilarious dude. I love his TV shows. Highly recommend. But the fact that he just comes on, is like, oh, I just answered the ad. He just got a mustache. It's like, okay.
It's
Yeah.
such good comedy, and the ending where Deadpool rights the wrongs of like basically bad writing throughout so many superhero movies.
Green Lantern. Yes, I finally made it. He's going into Wolverine Origins and fixing that. He brings back Vanessa, which is awesome because as
Yes.
we've seen in the trailer for Deadpool 3, that Vanessa's back. And I love his interaction with teenage Megasonic, whatever,
Negasonic Warhead.
and her girlfriend. And at first, like, she is all about like, oh, you're such a racist or whatever, hypocrite, whatever, bigot. And he's like, no, I have no problem with that. And he's always like nice to her and like, bye, you cute. It's like cute. And then it's like to Negasonic. It's like hilarious. I love that interaction.
Which is cool because in the comics, Deadpool is pansexual. You can't fight me on this. They confirmed it. So why would he care?
No.
Exactly.
And it has one of the best cameos ever. When he's like, what? We can't afford anybody in this fucking mansion? And he's spinning around in Xavier's wheelchair. And there you have it's hard to say my favorite Beast, but I love Kelsey Grammer as Beast as he's quietly closing the door. And you have Evan Peters as Quicksilver in the background. It's like, oh, guys, hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love when he knocks over the vase or headstone or whatever. Oh, it was broken after I hit it. Not my fault.
Oops. Or my personal favorite line delivery of all time. Teenage Negasonic, what the shit?
I just love Deadpool. I think they have nailed him in movies. Ryan Reynolds is literally Deadpool, and he does excellent with it. I'm very excited with 3. I thought 2 was a great addition to the first one, and I can't wait to see what they do.
I do hope they do a Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, because then Ryan Reynolds has so much space to make really, really funny jokes.
I will say this is an interesting one because it's probably the only Fox property that is a movie that's going to cross over. And Ryan Reynolds obviously has a lot of power with what Deadpool is, whereas Kevin Feige has really steered the ship with the other Marvel Universe. So I'm curious to see how those are going to come together. And so far from the trailer, it looks interesting. So
It's going to be exciting. And hey, we got Huge Ackman back as the funny stabby dude, so that's pretty cool. Why do you look disappointed?
He said he was funnier than me, and that's what he comes up with.